Hello, my name is Miss Donna, and I am with Head Start and Ohio Guidestone. I'm here to do a short little video on the Toolbox series. Today we're going to talk about play, and it is my favorite. So I want to tell you a little bit more about play and how helpful it can be in terms of shaping behaviors that you want to see more of. So why play? Why is it so powerful? Because it's a child's world. And when you play with them, you have the ability to make it fun, to describe things that you want them to learn, to teach them, to coach them. And it's fun and it's playful. And all these little things can develop just during the course of some play. So I'm going to give you a few little strategies and tips just to recap in case you missed our series, and how you can make play or how you can play more positively and effectively with your children. So I want you to think about what's so important about play. Why is this such an important thing? Because really it's the world where kids learn best, and it gives them our time, our attention, and our attention for little kids is so important, and it has the ability to, again, shape behaviors that you want to see more of. So if you're looking to build some waiting muscles, because it's really hard for kids to wait, there's some play things that you can do to build them. We do something called dry spaghetti wet noodle, where the kids have to be really stiff, like dry spaghetti, and wait for us to say wet noodle, and then they shake their bodies down, and then you come back. But they're learning waiting muscles. They're learning those listening skills, just in some short little play things. So I'm going to give you a few more activities that you can try, and I'm going to tell you a few more tips, and hopefully you could take them into your home and work with your children and just see some really wonderful results. So I want to come back to teaching and coaching. So you have your parent hat, but I want you to take that parent hat off for a minute. We're going to talk more about things that you can do to teach them the skills you want them to have, and then how you can coach them. So one of the things, so if we go back to waiting or even using those listening ears, these skills just don't come really fast to kids. It's something that we have to teach them, and then we can practice them with different skills. And I want to encourage you to try and get some playful interactions in here, because through play, you're going to have a much more captive audience with your child, and it's fun. So if you're doing that dry spaghetti wet noodle, oh, you waited for me to say wet noodle to do that again. Or if you're doing a dance party and then all of a sudden you go freeze. If they're freezing, they're listening. And it's the beginning of some of these skills. So, and even sending little wizard kisses over to them when they do something that you really like. Or if it's just a way of getting their attention, or they're doing something, or you're busy cooking, or you're in the other room and you just see them, just send them a wizard kiss. Away it goes, and you're sending love to them. So we do earthquake hugs, and they have to wait to get, so you shake them. But again, they're just playful little ways that you can interact with your children and develop skills and have laughter and have fun at the same time. So I put together this itty bitty little thing. It's just what I call baby steps. So baby steps of play. Just make it fun. Be silly, be playful, be attentive. Let kids see your eyes. You see theirs. Get down to their level. Play with them. There's so many things that you can get out and you can make games out of. If it's high energy and you need to burn some energy out of your kids, there's balloon games that you can play. There's tosses that you can create. You can take socks that are in your house, old toilet paper rolls or paper towels, if you've got them, cut them down and make games out of things that are in your house. If you're looking to settle down that energy, because they are so bouncy and you want them to be a little bit calmer. One of my favorite things to play with is cotton balls. We can do a lot with cotton balls with kids. We can touch them real gentle. We can pretend we're painting with them and put some love paint on them and dab it all around. We can hide cotton balls in their clothing and pretend we're going to find it. We can have snowball fights where they're throwing, because if they're throwing snowballs or cotton balls, it's not hurting anything and it's not breaking anything, but it's playful and it's laughter and it's silly, and you're going to have kids' positive attention. So play when and where you can. Don't worry about doing long and involved play with kids. Just give them little baby doses. If you're trying to settle them down again, you can do things with lotion instead of just putting lotion on their hands. How about putting lotion, kind of smeared it a little bit, but lotion in the shape and turn it into the shape of a heart, that is really not a heart. But anyway, get the idea. When you have more time, it's easier to do. But putting lotion on them and noticing and playing with their fingers while you're doing it, it's all your time and your positive attention with your children. So what else can I tell you about play? Coaching behaviors that you want to see more of. So it's that teacher, it's that coach. You're acting like a cheerleader for kids. If they're starting to get some of those waiting muscles down, you got it, you did it. And now you're also starting to incorporate a little bit of praise as well. Another nice way of playing with kids is just called child-led play. It's where they get to be the boss. You don't ask them a lot of questions. You just notice how they're playing, what they're playing with, and they're going to learn just by your words. You're playing with the green dinosaur. Now you're bringing in the yellow dinosaur, orange dinosaur. But there's just different ways that kids play, and you don't have to interrupt their play, but you can notice and you can describe, and at the same time, you're actually teaching them things. So there is wonderful things that happen during the time that we're playing with kids. And I just wanted to capture a little bit of it and encourage you to keep playing with kids, because if it's simple and it's enjoyable and you give kids little doses of play on a regular basis, isn't it nice that you'll give them that positive attention so they won't be looking for it from negative attention activities down the road? So think about skills that you want them to have more of. Can you get it during play? Can you coach it during play? Can you praise it? Again, if you need some of those calm muscles and those waiting muscles and calm bodies, try just reading a little book with them and notice and describe when they're sitting next to you and they're calm. It's progress if they're the bouncy kids that all of a sudden they get to be calm, and you're noticing that, and you are actually shaping more of their brains to learn more about what it's like to have a calm body, what that feels like. And no matter what, just keep playing, give little doses. It's going to strengthen your relationship with your children. It will build skills with them. So that's all I wanted to tell you about play. Happy playtimes. Keep doing it and watch your relationship with your children grow at the same time their skills start growing. Thank you for joining me.